Do you want to reach your highest potential as a small business owner? Then here's what you need to do. You need to assemble a team of professionals. Today I'm going to share what exactly does it mean to have a team of professionals in place as a small business owner. Hey everyone, it's Sal from Essentage, Tucson's premier bookkeeping and accounting firm. You know, as a business owner myself and a CPA, one thing that I've experienced and I've seen over time is there is a proper way to assemble a professional team for your small business. Let me give you an example why it's important to have a team. Think about your favorite athlete that has reached the top of their career. One of the things that they do when they hold that trophy over their head, one of the things that they say is that they thank their team. They have trainers, nutritionists, coaches. Let me give you another example. Every year there's the Academy Awards, and every person that wins an Oscar, the first thing that they do is they thank their team, their agent, their manager, the makeup artist, even the key grip gets thanked because they're all part of a team. And really, as a small business owner, you need to have a team in order to reach the top of your game. So in my experience, let me give you kind of the top 3 team members that you need to have as a small business owner. I'm going to list these out in the level of frequency or the level of interaction that you'll have with these folks. So number 1, the professional that you're probably going to interact with the least, however, is probably the most important, is an attorney. You as a business owner need to establish a relationship with an attorney. Now I'll tell you, you don't want to interact with them a whole lot because if you are, it means there's probably some other troubles that are happening. But you always want to have someone that you trust, someone that you can call when you do have a question, or even as simple as reading some contracts or going through some documents. This is why it is very important to have an attorney on your team. So that's team member number 1. So the next professional on my list is the banker. And the banker has recently moved up on my list, although I don't anticipate much interaction with the banker. It's a very infrequent interaction, but when you do need a banker, you really do need them. You know, with respect to this whole COVID-19 crisis, a lot of small business owners were reaching out to their banker. And if they had a relationship with their banker, they were getting a phone call back. If they didn't, then it was very tough for them to get any information with respect to potentially borrowing some money or applying for a PPP loan. So this is why it is important to have a relationship with your banker, although under normal circumstances you probably won't interact with them very much on a day-to-day basis or even on a month-to-month basis. But when there are times when you do need to get a hold of a banker, it is very important. So establish that relationship with your banker. So earlier I mentioned that the attorney is probably the most important professional in your arsenal. And here's why. The attorney really is there to help you avoid any catastrophic issues. So in other words, something could come up whereby you could lose your business and you don't want that to happen, or you could put yourself in serious danger. So the attorney is important because you get to play defense with the attorney. However, here's the most important professional that you need to have in your tool belt. Is going to be a CPA. A certified public accountant. And you probably saw that coming, but I definitely wanted to emphasize that it is critical that you have a relationship with a CPA. Now, here's what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about a CPA that prepares your tax return once a year. That's a different type of CPA. The CPA that I'm going to speak about is the CPA that helps you with your accounting and bookkeeping records on a month-to-month basis at a minimum. And not just bookkeeping and accounting, but a CPA whose services will include strategic business advice. So here's what you want. You want to have a relationship with a CPA professional. So really the level of interaction that you have with your CPA could potentially determine how successful you are as a business. Being able to interact with your CPA and having a relationship with your CPA is going to be critical, because business owners are making decisions, really on a daily basis. So having the understanding of your numbers, of your balances, of your trends, of your metrics as a business owner are going to substantially help you make those decisions. You're not going to be able to have that level of interaction with a tax CPA. So I want to make that clear. You really need to find a different type of CPA, a CPA that's willing to work with you as a strategic advisor and not a person that you're only going to see once a year that prepares your tax return. Hey, look, those tax CPAs are going to be able to give you great advice on an annual basis. And definitely take that advice. And there's a lot to be said about tax planning and tax strategies. However, those strategies are really talked about at the beginning of the year, but you're going to need help implementing those strategies throughout the year. And that's where having a accounting bookkeeping CPA is really going to help you flourish in order to take advantage of those tax strategies and make those decisions in your business. Those are really the professional team members that I'm speaking about for your business. So keep in mind that you don't really have to hire these folks to be on staff or to be employees of your company. Now, there are other professionals that you need to have on your team, but we'll leave that for another video. I really just wanted to cover the top 3 today. If you have any ideas of some other professionals that you think would be critical for your business, leave a comment below and let me know, why you find that person to be so important to be part of your team. I do have some exciting news for you. In the coming weeks, we're going to be launching a podcast, Keep Your Edge, Financial Fitness for All. On that podcast, we're going to have several episodes on really, what it takes to keep your edge with respect to having financial fitness and how that really can take shape in terms of being successful with your business and in your life. And until next time, subscribe to our channel.